Ladies and gentlemen, Jerry Jones is raising a lot of eyebrows over these last few interviews that he has done. Ever since he has been named as one of the people in Jim Trotter's racial discrimination lawsuit against the NFL, Jerry Jones has been on this campaign, y'all, talking about he wants more people of color to own NFL teams. I said, you know what? I'm starting to believe, y'all. His legal counsel advised him to do this because the last few interviews that Jerry Jones did, that's all he seems to be blabbing about. More owners of color in the NFL. And I'm like, and a lot of people are questioning the timing of this. Jerry Jones has not exactly been on the soapbox for this, you know, until recently. Now, he is a billionaire, and I'm willing to bet his legal counsel is putting him up to this. They're telling him to go out and do this. So that when that case that Jim Trotter has against the NFL goes to court, oh, well, I was advocating for more people of color to become owners of NFL teams. Yeah, you start advocating that after your butt was named in a racial discrimination lawsuit. Boy, Jerry Jones, I don't think you could fool us even if we were drunk. Jerry Jones has a lot of gall. This isn't new. He has a lot of gall since he bought the Dallas Cowboys about a decade ago. The gall has served Jones well and helped him build a football empire in the end. Mm-mm-mm. So, and what is incredibly staggering is Jones said that he wants to push for more NFL owners of color. The story was so unbelievable, it didn't seem real. I checked the date. Nope, not April. It wasn't real. Yeah, because everybody is now noticing since he was named in that lawsuit, all of a sudden Jerry Jones is everywhere talking about, oh, the NFL need more owners of color. I was like, okay. Like I said, I believe his lawyers are putting him up to this. Nobody got in on what's going on. I couldn't really I can't believe this. So listen, he said, but I got into it, and as we look and see, we do see the qualified potential owners out there that can get involved, and that's one way, but not the only way. Uh-huh. So then Jerry goes on to say there's multiple ways to address inequity, multiple ways to do it. And certainly, I would think about one way is to try to work to get ownership approved in the minority area. The whole time Jerry Jones has owned the Dallas Cowboys, how many of you out there heard him talking like this? The way I see it, if Jerry is real genuine, why don't you give your team to a black owner, Jerry? Give them the Dallas Cowboys. You're a billionaire. You can own other teams. I bet he won't do that, y'all. So he goes on to say, I would think about one way is trying to work to get ownership approved in the minority area. And I'm all for it. And I do it. I work at it. I work at it. This is what he's saying. Jerry Jones made similar remarks on a radio interview Tuesday. with Shan and RJ. And he goes on to say, I don't have a lot to add in general. I'm very attractive and I'm very positive about having minority potential ownership in the National Football League. The main reason I'm qualified to say this is because I came from the back of the pack to get to be a part of ownership. I certainly was not listed anywhere in the thousands and thousands and thousands of people on the earth as someone that was financially qualified to own an NFL team. My position is the opposite from what I'm being critiqued for. I understand because I know the times we're in, but I want to be a good soldier here, is what he said. Jerry is laying it on thick. Everywhere he goes now, Jerry got his mouth wide open, trying to advocate that he always wanted minorities to own football teams. Now, y'all, in the 10 years that he owned the Cowboys, have you heard him out here talking like this? He's all over the place talking like this now. The gall part of it, all of this, journalist Jim Trotter, a former NFL media employee, recently filed a racial discrimination lawsuit against the NFL. Part of the suit alleged that Jones said in front of Trotter and others, if blacks feel some kind of way, they should buy their own team and hire who they want to hire. So, in other words, I ain't putting no black man in no decision making position. If you want that, then you own a team and do that yourself. That's what he was pretty much saying to Jim Trotter and others, said it right in front of him. And he got it in the lawsuit. And yes, I believe Jerry Jones did say that. But now he wants us all to believe the total opposite, that he is so down with minorities being owners of the NFL teams. Ah, ooh, Jerry, you're a trip, man. So Jones now saying literally just days after Trotter's accusation became public that the league needs more diversity among its ownership is really something. It sure is. Well, Jerry, you can give a percentage of ownership of your team to you know, as you call a minority. I bet you won't do it, will you? You want to be 100% owner. Jerry, you're a trip, but see, I think you should lead by example. Trotter alleged the NFL racial discrimination he claims are huge for the league. Really, really something. You see, Jones is majority owner, and people like him make the decisions about their teams and the league. He has been a centrifuge of the NFL power for some time. I'm unaware of any extensive efforts by Jerry Jones to bring owners of color. Exactly. It might have happened, but I've just never heard about it. No, because he didn't do this until he was named in the lawsuit, y'all. Don't fall for the okey doke here. The Cowboys are also one of the NFL teams that have never had a black head coach. Why should anyone believe he'd push to get owners of color, but hasn't even hired a single black head coach? And Jerry Jones has owned teams since 1998. And he has never had a black head coach, but he's all for black owners. Jerry, really? It's possible this topic has been a passion of Jones for decades, and he's spoken about it repeatedly with others, and Commissioner Roger Goodell. Maybe also in the past, Jones has spoken publicly in this way before about this desire to diversify the ownership ranks. And I'm missing those comments, and they can't be found anywhere. Yeah, because he didn't do those things. Oh, Jerry is Captain Obvious right now. However, and this is important, even if all of us did happen to hear this, it wouldn't nullify the fact that Jones is talking publicly about it now. The timing is the problem. It reeks of public relations and a reaction to Trotter's lawsuit. Exactly. That's all this is. We have never heard Jerry Jones advocating for Black ownership in the NFL ever. Okay. And yeah, PR, his attorneys are telling him to do this. Trust me, Jerry got a lot of advice before he started going out here doing these. Oh, we need more color in ownership in the NFL. Trust me. Okay. We see this. This is coming out from nowhere. To me, Jones saying these things give even more weight to Trotter's claim that were already highly credible. Jones has denied Trotter's allegations and did so to ESPN. So Jim's friend, and I think a lot about him, Jones said. I hate that we've got some litigation, and hopefully we will address all of that. But the overall concern, I would say, is just not accurate. Jones added, you know, the financial hurdles for everything has gone up, but percentage wise, there are qualified people out there. If they aren't here this minute, they're on the way, because that's what's happening in this country is people do gain on it, and many of the people that recently gotten involved in the NFL might not have been able to do it 20 years ago. And my question is, who locked them out 20 years ago? Because people were locked out. That's why we don't see a lot of it, because even if they had the money, you would never have let them own any of the teams. And we know this. Jerry knows this too. Jerry is full of crap. And y'all watch. Keep your eye on this whole litigation that Jim Trotter has against the NFL. As soon as everything is finally settled, you're not going to hear this again from Jerry Jones. You're not going to see him out here giving interviews talking about this anymore. You watch. So, what they're saying is, some people, of course, know Jerry Jones is a racist, and you always got that crowd out here that will say he's not. But a lot of people do feel all these interviews that Jerry Jones is suddenly doing, and on the soapbox for more minority ownership, they feel Jerry is full of it. It seems more that Trotter's lawsuit caught Jerry by surprise and stunned both him and the league. This was Jones's way of trying to minimize the damage. And they said if he's doing all these interviews advocating for more minority ownership, it's just not going to work. It's not going to work. Well, Jerry and his attorneys and PR team think it's going to work. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.